Okay, so now after YouTube is kind of a dick. Yeah, sorry YouTube, but it's true. I mean, you should really do relay your priorities a bit more than you do right now. I mean, there are millions of just outright content drops happening on YouTube Shorts, but okay. Yeah, we are going to watch the most hated Hotel Hill owners of all time. The original video is in the description, and let's go.
This owner only catered to people who were driven around by a chauffeur. But was the hotel up to those lofty standards?
This is insane! No wonder he spends all day hiding in his RV.
Absolutely not. But did he care? Well, I'm talking about Robert.
I do know this episode, but I am pretty sure there is maybe more to the episode than shown in the episode. So let's go, and I remember that guy very well, and I hate him very much.
Dean II, the Lord of the Manor and owner of Juniper Hill Inn. One look at him and this guy makes quite the impression, but not in a good way. You see, Juniper Hill Inn in Windsor, Vermont was...
But if I remember right, his boyfriend was the bigger problem, and he was actually a bit more approachable at least.
Ancient, no joke. This place was literally 110 years old and was owned by Robert Dean II, who I mentioned a second ago. And let me tell you this guy wasn't your typical hotel owner. Oh, no. He was an antiques dealer who had turned the hotel into a museum of sorts, filled to the brim with old stuff he found around town.
I am sometimes wondering why. Just why.
Now, this might remind you of Philip Lovingfoss, the owner of the Monticello Hotel, who...
It doesn't, because I haven't seen this episode actually. But yeah.
struggled with addiction, but Robert was on a different level. Just look at the hotel's grandeur.
28 luxurious bedrooms and 2 grand dining rooms.
And yeah, it should go without saying that the prices were equally extravagant. Now, of course, everything grand comes at a price, but Robert had a very peculiar explanation for it all.
The guests that we don't want here are people who don't have a lot of money.
Yup, that's how...
Why always rich? Why always the rich people saying this bullshit? I mean, I know there are nice rich people, but why are they so good at hiding? Like, I will never want to play hide and seek with a nice rich person. They're oh so hard to find.
Blunt he was. He straight up admitted that he was only aiming for an elite group and didn't want any regular folks or locals around his hotel. He didn't care if it meant that his business depended on it. Yeah, this guy was something else. He looked the part, talked the part, and even acted the part, but despite all that, his hotel was barely making any money. Now, why would anyone ditch such a beautiful and historic place? Well, here's the first thing that drove people away. Robert had enforced a minimum 2 nights.
I thought the first thing that drove them away would have been that they can't afford it, but yeah, okay.
Stay policy that would cost guests a whopping $350 per night. For all you math whizzes out there, you get the chance to stay at this hotel for $700 just to get through the door. But as you could probably figure out on your own, this policy just drove people away.
The prices may be a little bit high for locals.
$700?
Now, hey, at least the hotel served one solid purpose.
Robert believes this place is...
But do locals really go into hotels? This is something I always wondered. Like, if I'm local, I have a house and don't need that hotel. Could maybe be me, but I always thought that would be kind of weird.
his playground for his friends.
Yeah, Robert would often bring his friends over to stay and dine at the hotel for free. Of course, he wasn't just not making money, he practically gave it away. And I'd feel the same, but his staff weren't happy about it.
The lack of communication is very frustrating.
Ryan Redeker, the estate manager, was having a hard time trying to understand how this setup worked.
They gave away all of their money using this as their private castle.
What's
The setup is pretty easy. Wanting to look richer than they are, and so they are going to spend money that they don't really own. Pretty easy setup. At least I would say so.
more, Robert failed to pay their wages and even insisted that people not tip them. Wow. I mean, I guess I can get behind a tip-free policy, but only if you're paying your people properly to begin with. Which, with...
I don't even remember the part about please not tip. That's is new to me, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure he has no reason to lie about that.
Nobody actually coughing up money to stay at the place probably wasn't happening. So, yeah, this one was gonna be really tricky for Chef Ramsay. However, before he actually showed up at the Juniper Hill Inn, he decided to do a little groundwork in the nearby areas to gather information about the hotel's reputation. And you won't believe what one of the locals had to say.
Do they not invite locals up there?
I feel that I'd be interrupting. I feel like I'd be intruding.
So Robert's fixation with the elite crowd was an open secret around town. At this point, the famous chef knew that he had his work cut out for him, but nothing prepared him for how stunning the place actually was.
My God, that's beautiful. Wow, okay.
However, once Chef Ramsay walked up to the main door, this is what happened.
You're kidding me. It's locked.
Yeah, the hotel was locked up super.
Yeah, that is so that normal people can't come in. Like, normal people are not allowed, so like dogs, they have to stay outside. So how many rich people think about normal people anyways?
tight. And poor Ramsay had to circle around the entire property before he found a door that could actually open. Eventually, Chef Ramsay finally got to meet the man of the hour, Robert, and almost immediately, the owner tried to play the victim.
Unfortunately, my partner
Yeah, but that is every owner. I can't blame him for that. Every owner always is the victim and nobody is the guilty one.
lost his job.
You must have gained a substantial payoff.
It's all been put into this.
Now, Robert wasn't alone in the business. He had partnered with his boyfriend, Ari Nicky, to run the business, and together, they were hemorrhaging about $200,000 a
Yes,
year.
yes, right. If I remember right, the boyfriend was more annoying than the actual owner, but my memory could be warped.
What's more, Harry had tossed in a cool $1 million into the sinking ship of a business, and to make matters worse, he'd also been laid off from his regular job. At this point, Chef Ramsay felt the urge to help the couple, but that really changed when he made his way to his room.
What is that smell? Yeah, that smells shit.
What a lovely aroma to walk into. You gotta love raw sewage.
Oh my God, it smells like sewage.
Chef Ramsay was quick to ask for a change of rooms because of how completely overwhelmed by the awful smell he was. But Robert?
I had a terrible room once, but at least it smelled alright. But I can only imagine how terrible a terrible smelling room would be. That is also terrible. Like, must be terrible.
He just stood there completely unfazed and not one bit embarrassed about the situation. After that mess, Chef Ramsay headed towards the restaurant to grab some lunch, where he made another astonishing discovery.
You don't actually serve lunch.
No.
The restaurant's closed for lunch.
Yes.
Yup, guests had to practically beg for lunch at this place. And guess what? Chef Ramsay had to do the same.
Could you
Well, of course, to him, normal guests are beggars, so of course they have to beg.
prepare lunch for me?
Yes, I'll tell the chef.
In the meantime, the famous chef decided to strike up a conversation with Barbara, a charming 7-year-old server, who let him in on a little secret.
So what do you earn a fortnight?
I made $6,000 this year.
That's how much she made each year. She went on to explain that the
6,000 a year. Even with inflation, that is nothing. Pretty obviously, many people make 6,000 a month.
last paycheck she received was a mere $48. Of course she was upset, but what gets me is that she kept checking if Robert was around the vehicle, and she shared her issues with Chef Ramsay like she was worried if he'd find out that she was complaining.
It takes forever to get my paycheck, and when I do, it's usually something's left out.
But things are about to get even stranger. The famous chef soon realized that the menu didn't even display the prices of any of the dishes. And what was his reaction? Well, it was priceless.
But I think if I remember or have seen it enough in media, to be honest, I don't remember anything. I've never been to such a place. That's pretty normal for rich-esque hotels where if you ask, you can't afford it.
What sort of restaurant doesn't have prices on the menu? It's like a club for millionaires where if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Shit, that's where I remember it from. Took the word right off your mouth, Gordon. I should think, or let you speak first.
What a shame. Chef Ramsay summed it up when he said that if someone had to ask about the price, it essentially meant that they couldn't afford it. If you ask me, I wouldn't call this a mark of high class, but rather a clear display of poor attitude. Chef Ramsay was so confused at this point. I mean, someone, just tell me, how do you order from a menu when you don't even know how much the food costs? Seeking answers, Chef Ramsay called Robert over to get some clarification, and this is what he had to say.
When we typically take a reservation, we will tell people it's a 3-course meal.
Okay,
So the food is inclusive.
but
Question mark.
that's just one part of the story. So, what about those who just walk in? Robert's answer left Chef Ramsay baffled.
We're reservation only, though, so nobody walks in. We don't have walk.
In other words, what Robert meant was that at Juniper Hill, there was absolutely no room for the locals. You could only enter with a pass, which, let me remind you, happened to be that mind-numbing figure of $700 for a minimum stay of 2 days.
God, that is so stupid. My God, I hate it.
And that's only to get put up in a room that reeked of sewage. If that wasn't enough, what Robert said next made
Wasn't it so that only Gordon's room smelled of sewage and every other room was actually okay?
earn a reputation for being the biggest snob in all of Vermont.
Think it was like that.
Identify the appropriate people to come here, people who can afford $59 for 3 courses.
Yeah, you heard that right. Turns out, Robert would choose his customers. And the eligibility to enter this uber lavish hotel was only if you could afford to pay $59 for a 3-course meal. Chef Ramsay was flabbergasted. No wonder the hotel was going down under. I mean, who in their right mind would turn their nose up at the locals? It's like saying, sorry folks, we only want rich people with fat wallets in our fancy establishment. Snobby indeed.
Well, snobby, yes, but also honest. I mean, they could lie and secretly spit in their food. Why am I defending them? They are terrible people. Fuck them. Sorry.
The famous chef just couldn't stop shaking his head at the thought of it. There were way too many issues at this hotel, and if you thought the food was pricey, wait till you see how Ramsay's lunch service went. When the quote-unquote made-for-order crab cakes arrived, they weren't exactly up to standards set by the massive price tag. Instead, well, let's leave it to Chef Ramsay to describe it.
I mean, that tastes dreadful. That thing tastes sort of washy and soapy.
And guess how much he priced these soapy mini
So a $60 tip Russian meal. Or what was it? I don't remember.
crab cakes at a steep $20 per serving. But wait until Chef Ramsay got his hands on the lamb, which, by the way, came at an additional charge of $15. Well, apart from the fact that it was way too sweet and had fat sticking out from the corners of the chops, Chef Ramsay was more concerned about this issue.
It's pretty raw in the center.
Now, honestly, I guess the locals were lucky to not be considered the appropriate clientele. At least they weren't shelling out exorbitant amounts of money on subpar food and service, right? However, when it came to the desserts, Chef Ramsay was pleasantly surprised. It was actually the best part of the meal. Well, kudos to the chef that got the desserts right.
Isn't it? I could remember it wrong, but isn't it that the cake was bought from a store? I mean, I think it was like that.
But as it turns out, to no one's surprise, he didn't even make them, they were brought in. Chef Ramsay was left wondering how the food could be as bad as it was. Especially with Robert admitting that the chef was still going through a learning curve. When he quizzed Barbara about it, she finally spilled the beans.
Why did the chef leave?
Well, her paycheck.
Yup, the previous chef had turned her back on the hotel, and, well, I think she had all the reason in the world to do it. As it turns out, the ex-chef was the only one who would buy all the produce for the hotel, and Robert wouldn't even pay her basic wages. The famous chef couldn't believe his ears. Robert had absolutely no regard for his employees, who struggled to make ends meet, while he flaunted his wealth in their faces. Yup, that's right, Robert and Ari lived in a fancy $100,000 RV parked right outside the inn. Oh, sorry, correction, it wasn't just any old RV.
A motor coach, which is the higher-end version of an RV.
Yeah, stop it.
Yeah, yeah, I don't want to say typical rich people, but if they want to spend a lot of money, they want that you say that they spend it really on the really expensive stuff.
Already, you pompous piece of shit. You see, this motor coach was Robert's haven of peace and solace. And really, the only reason he chose to live in it was because it was clean and exuded lavishness. Well, dude, do I have to remind you that you have a freaking hotel that guests pay quite heavily to stay in? Anyway, Chef Ramsay understood that it was useless talking to this selfish snob, and so he decided to get the truth from someone who actually was concerned about the welfare of the place. No, I'm not talking about Ari the boyfriend, but this person here. Ida, the former chef. And, well, she decided to vent all of her frustration the first chance she got.
Robert, I think, thought he was too important to answer the phone or he was too busy doing other things.
Ida was going through her own ordeal, being paid a measly $15,000 salary, which, let me remind you, was never on time, and she even had to put the hotel's groceries on her own credit card. Now, Chef
That is utterly ridiculous, and I am very sorry for her.
Ramsey, being Ramsey, extended an invitation to Ida, asking her to come back once the transformation was done. But she very politely said this.
No, I'm not even interested in getting it. I just fear getting in one more battle with Ari or Robert.
Yup, she was totally done with Juniper Hill, and I don't blame her. And, well, so were the rest of the staff.
I'm thinking just now, how much would I want to work at that place?
The famous chef circled back to the hotel to get
$200,000 a year, I think, would be the bottom half.
some more feedback from the employees. They didn't hold back.
I personally haven't been paid since the 6th of January. Here it is the 1st of February.
You don't get paid on time either.
No.
Turns out none of them were paid on time.
It surprises me again that they even get paid in theory.
And, well, they also had another bone to pick. The basement was bursting at the seams with Robert's hoarded antiques. And Chef Ramsey was shocked to say the very least.
Oh my god! Look at this stuff.
And his office? Don't even get me started.
This is the office.
This is the office.
You're kidding me.
Not at all.
Now, guess who else lived in the basement?
No, The Office was a good TV series on America and Britain. This is... yeah, okay, sorry, dumb joke. I'm going to shoot myself.
Who live a life of luxury while everyone around them suffers.
Well, at least they looked happy. And surprisingly, although Ari was an equal partner in the business, he was upset that he put his life savings into it, and all Robert did was splurge on antiques like there was no tomorrow. Upon hearing everything, Chef Ramsey laid out the facts.
Your biggest problem is not Juniper Hill, it's f***ing Robert.
True that. Later, during the dinner service, Chef Ramsey was shocked to
But
see the
I
lack of
remember it
mismatch-
differently, that he was the bigger problem, but it could only be me, but yeah, okay.
management. Robert and Ari thought it was a brilliant idea to seat everyone at once, and all this did was lead to complete chaos in the kitchen.
I need one person at a time. Less talking in the kitchen.
And in the midst of all of this, you won't believe what the owners were up to.
This is from 1800, and it was painted for opera house, because you know what it is.
Yeah, one was busy giving lectures on how to hang a portrait, and Robert, well, just check this out for yourselves.
Teddy Roosevelt actually was best friends with the man, or a very good friend with the man who actually built the house.
What was up with these two?
Yeah, okay, but Teddy Roosevelt and the guy who built that house are actually impressive, but you're not.
This wasn't a museum, it was a freaking restaurant. I guess they forgot that people came to the restaurant to eat. And meanwhile, the poor undertrained chef was practically having a mental breakdown.
Robert has groups of his friends come in, sitting him at once.
Plus, that wasn't all. You have to take a look at one of the diner's dishes.
This goose liver is burnt to a cinder.
And instead of just taking responsibility, Robert just started to act really weird.
Yeah. No, I can't do it.
Find your balls and tell him you need to talk
I found
to him.
my ball.
Thanks to this
Did you though? I don't think so. I didn't even know you did they. Okay.
catastrophe, the staff started to bicker, and well, this is when we got to see another side of Ari. He basically lost his mind as well.
One plate is nothing to brag about.
Excuse me,
Excuse me.
I am the boss.
And Ramsey's response? It was epic.
You can't call yourself the boss if you don't f***ing pay them.
Hell yeah, amen to that. And what
They're both just crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. Okay, sorry, I won't do that. But they are both crazy.
was Robert's reaction to the outburst
Like, look at the insanity in their eyes.
from the staff? He simply asked them to leave.
No, they don't have to work here.
Disrespectful, disgusting man.
Does this man have any gratitude at all? It was like Robert was diving headfirst into the world of overreacting and ego.
Don't talk to me like
What?
that.
What's wrong with it? Your head out your ass and start getting a little fucking real.
Talk about a dysfunctional duo, right? To be completely honest, they didn't need Chef Ramsay's help, they needed therapy. I mean, you have to see what Ryan, the manager, had to say about Robert's questionable practices.
Green means they're paid in full. Red means they have not paid.
It's like $10,000 in revenue.
Yup, Robert had been
$10,000. That is very much money. I will Google how much
allowing his friends to stay at the hotel for free, which had been costing
it is today after inflation and stuff.
each month. To add insult to injury, he had also been skimming
Give me
portion
a
of the servers'
second. 10,000 station from when did that come out? When did hotel is on one happen 2012 around then. I think it's season 1, but hey, it will be around then. And then we have from to now for 14,000. That is even more money, obviously.
hard-earned tips. The famous chef immediately got into it with Robert over his tip-related conundrum. And what Chef Ramsay found out is appalling. Apparently, the friends, although they didn't pay for the stay, had been leaving tips. But can you guess what Robert was doing? This scumbag had been discreetly pocketing all those funds.
On nights that I work, I did take tips.
That is disgusting.
Oh my god, what an asshole. And you won't believe the stupid excuse he gave for taking, or rather stealing, the tips.
Psychology was that if I started to take tips, they would maybe pay attention to that.
I think that's similar to what that one also from that rip-off that John Tavern, he is the leader of that, and he in an interview separately said that they should pay the working class less because hungry dogs are similar to them or something like that. Rich people bullshit.
Ramsay, understandably,
In his case also fake rich people bullshit, but yeah, you get my point.
was so annoyed that he just left the hotel. But thankfully, he wasn't ready to give up on the poor staff who had been suffering under Robert's poor direction.
As angry as I am, I feel I have to help the staff get paid.
He had to come back for their sake. Once back, the famous chef made sure to lay down the law. If Robert truly wanted to turn things around, he'd have to make significant changes under Chef Ramsay's command. If not, he'd be better off selling the inn. Yeah, so Robert had to make some major decisions, but would he oblige? The following day, the famous chef decided to gather some of the hotel guests to get their unfiltered opinion about the establishment. And quite expectedly, none of them wanted to come back ever again.
Raise your hands if you'd come back, please.
Not like it is.
Not like it is.
Meanwhile, Stephen, the hotel inspector,
It's better than what the cook said. He said no ever, and they said not as it is, so it's possible.
didn't mince his words. He acknowledged that the hospitality might be alright, but apart from that, he had nothing positive to say. Moving on, Chef Ramsay then decided to put Chef Julian to the test. He asked Julian to whip up 3 entirely new dishes for a revamped $29 menu. The plan was to present these new ideas to Robert. And to everyone's surprise, including Robert's, he absolutely loved them. Julian had managed to craft these 3 dishes himself, showcasing his culinary.
But wasn't that underlined that Gordon Ramsay cooked them because they believed that he would never like anything the cook made? So yeah.
Prowess.
This is delicious.
With newfound determination, the owners decided to gather their employees and issue a heartfelt apology.
Sorry for your paychecks being late. Sorry for taking part of the tips. Sorry for not communicating.
They acknowledged their failure to pay the staff properly and distribute fair tips, expressing genuine remorse for their shortcomings. Overnight, Chef Ramsay worked his magic and transformed the entire hotel.
Gordon put together this amazing place. It feels comfortable and warm.
Talk about a grand makeover. What's more, the relaunch was a huge success with positive feedback pouring in from all corners. But that was only until one of the employees asked Robert and Ari's dog to leave the bar. This seemingly minor incident escalated into a huge argument.
I am the boss, okay?
That's what and
Don't
that's
ever talk to me
I remember this argument, and maybe it was only that, but
that way again.
that thing maybe established him as a bigger asshole than his boyfriend.
Chef Ramsay urged Ari to offer an apology for getting loud, but his ego was always getting in the way.
No, we had a little run-in because we both are very strong people. He snapped at me and I snapped back.
Meanwhile, Chef Julian faced his own set of challenges during the relaunch and struggled to communicate effectively with his sous chef Nita. After all, how much could you expect from staff who weren't paid or even valued for their services? Post Ramsay's rescue, most of the employees featured in the episode decided to ditch Robert. And who's really surprised, right?
Yay! Freedom! They ditched them! Smartness! Yay!
Claimed that there was a steep increase in bookings after the show aired, the Yelp reviews said otherwise. What's more, Robert slammed the show for not accurately reflecting who they were as individuals or as a business.
Okay, so I know that reality TV shows always cut things out of context and maybe twist things. But those parts that they twist were already there. So if you don't act at all like an asshole, they can't make you look like an asshole. And if the whole episode is full of you looking like a rich asshole, you most definitely are an asshole.
But, well, Robert is just another case of all talk and no show. The hotel eventually closed in 2014 after going into foreclosure with debts amounting to a whopping $1.1 million. Ari ran into some legal trouble as well. He was arrested sometime in July of 2015 for assaulting a police officer. The
Oh. He looks bad. Like he aged very bad. He's 6 years old, 6'4", 220 kilograms. Public record for
hotel was eventually purchased by Kenny Lucci and her sister Brenda Bradley in 2015 for $400,000, who plan to
Okay, $400,000. One.
invest another sister Brenda Bradley in 2015 for $400,000.
2015 to now is no, where do we have it? Ah, there. 2015. And how much money again?
$1,000, who plan to invest and her sister Brenda Bradley in 2015 for
$400,000. $400,000 is $536,000 in nowadays money. Hey.
who plan to invest another $500,000 to bring the property up to par. Juniper Hill Inn was then rebranded as Windsor Mansion Inn, and the latest reviews indicate a positive turnaround for the property.
Because the property always did look pretty. It were just the people that weren't good and pretty. But yeah.
Anyway, the last that I heard about Ari was that he was still in jail as of 2022. And Robert, well, Ari was that he was still in jail as of 2022.
Where are you looking at? You're looking. Why aren't you? Okay.
And Robert, well, I hope he's content driving his RV, motor coach around, or maybe he had to sell that too. I don't really know, but do you?
Okay. The next thing we're going to watch one more thing. Domestic Hell's Kitchen, something like short. Times Gordon Ramsay broke character in Hell's Kitchen.
Gordon Ramsay is known for his brutal standards.
Yeah. YouTube. Today we are going to react to Times Gordon Ramsay's broke character in Hell's Kitchen. Let's go.
And the ability to make chefs cry. But every once in a while, the tough persona slips away.
You guys cook like old
Yeah.
people.
Thank you, Chef.
Come on, Gina, quit diving.
And these are the moments Gordon Ramsay completely broke character. Let's start with Michael during season 1. The food was fine, nothing was coming back raw, nothing was getting rejected. But Michael was running the pass like he was half asleep. No authority, no voice, no push.
Ready for the first order?
Yeah.
Take it away.
All right, you guys, listen up. I got 2 tomato soups, 3 Caesar salads, 1 risotto. Second course, 2 lamb, 2 Wellington, 1 salmon, 1 risotto.
Yes, chef.
Okay. I don't remember anything.
He called him out and told him to step it up.
Two things. First and foremost important, not loud enough. Yeah. And you read it out like you were reading a dictionary, a bedtime story. And if they can't hear you, position yourself to here and come onto under the canopy. And then bam, back over.
The entire kitchen was watching. Michael had 2 options, stay quiet or do something. He did something. He turned to his team and said, "You guys cook like old people."
All right, you guys, away table 24. These 2 are well done. You guys cook like old people.
The kitchen went quiet. Nobody moved. And then Ramsay laughed. Not a smirk.
But I understand that I would also break character.
Not a short exhale. A genuine, full laugh.
And I thought, my God, that came out of the blue. You know, I wouldn't expect something like that to come out of his mouth.
Yes, chef.
Thank you, chef.
Are you guys ready to clear this down? We're done, okay? Yes, chef.
For a few seconds...
Just so you know, everyone that just said yes, chef, that is not a compliment. The opposite, I would almost say.
The shouting stopped, the tension dropped, and the man who had been running the room like a courtroom judge was just laughing at a joke. Nobody saw it coming, especially not from Michael, especially not in that moment. Keep watching, because this next one is one of the better setups the show has ever pulled off, and Ramsay was in on it the whole time. Season 4, opening night. The chefs were on the bus, not yet in the kitchen, not yet under pressure. The mood was loose. People were talking big, making jokes, throwing confidence around like they'd already...
I know it was the time, but some of them look like they would cosplay someone in a movie. Like he looks out of a hipster movie, and why the fuck do you wear that hat if you are not in the kitchen?
Back to me when he gives me my own restaurant.
I'm the Black Gordon Ramsay. He's the president, and I'm the 4-star general. It has to go that way.
Jean-Philippe decided to do an impression. Ramsay's voice, Ramsay's insults, the whole thing. The other chefs laughed. What Jean-Philippe didn't know was that Ramsay was standing right in front of him, in disguise.
1 spaghetti, 1 risotto, 1 crab. What is this? No! It's overcooked!
Very good, very good. Where's the lamb sauce? Come on, where is it?
What happened next is what makes this worth watching. Instead of feeling himself...
Jean-Philippe, you're getting them dirty.
And watching the panic set in, Ramsay played along. Still undercover, he started doing the impression too, mocking his own voice, exaggerating his own lines, and then he took off the disguise.
Jean-Philippe, it's time to open Hell's Kitchen.
He's doing it real good.
Come here, you donkey. Stop! Shut it down!
The room went still, but Ramsay didn't explode. He smiled, because this is actually one of those moments that says a lot more about him than the shouting does. You don't mock yourself unless you're the one fully in control of the room.
That's right. It's me.
Now this one. This one is something
Wait,
else entirely.
did Jean-Philippe know he was that guy or not?
Season 20, episode 16, finale day. Trenton and Megan had spent months getting to this point. 1 service left, $250,000 on the line. They were in the dorms doing final prep when Christina came in and said Ramsay needed them both, immediately.
Hello?
Christina.
Yes?
I need to see Trenton and Megan immediately, please. Hurry up.
Yeah, understood. You need to get to the dorm right now. There's some kind
The
of
dorm?
issue. Yeah. Megan,
Yes,
you need to go to the dorm with Trenton right now. I don't know what's going on.
When they walked in, he wasn't happy. He told them security had found something during a routine
Did they found crack?
check, something that could disqualify them both. He held it up. He wasn't smiling. He demanded to know who brought it in. Megan looked shaken. Trenton looked frozen. Ramsay kept pushing, threatening to shut the finale down entirely.
I've never had to deal with this before, and in 20 seasons, I've never ever felt this angry. Hell's Kitchen security does a check of the dorms, and look at what they found. Whose is this? Who smokes? I'm not f***ing around. Who smokes this?
They actually found... No, it's out. Okay, no, it's a trick, but I would believe it.
No idea, chef.
Is it yours?
No, chef.
Megan, who is it? Did you know this was in here?
Absolutely not, Chef.
This is not acceptable, and I can't believe on finale day I'm dealing with. Tell me the truth. Who brought that in?
I have no idea, chef.
Megan.
I have no idea.
Otherwise,
no
I'm
idea,
shutting
chef.
this whole thing down right now.
And then he told them to open it. Inside the package were their official head chef jackets. Ramsay burst out laughing. The whole thing was a setup. Every bit of it. The anger, the threats, the disqualification talk, all staged on finale morning just to mess with him.
Open them both up.
But why today? Why, Gordon? Like, he is also sometimes a silly goose. If he wouldn't be a chef, I'm pretty sure he would be a star anyways.
It's your head chef's jacket. Oh, Megan.
I'm like about to cry, Chef. I was like, don't shut us down.
Oh, man.
The version of Ramsay that showed up in that room wasn't the head chef. It was someone who had clearly been waiting to pull this off and enjoyed every second of it.
I was super concerned. I mean, it's like being yelled at by your dad.
There's your amazing jackets.
Chef!
Take a breather. I'll see you back in a while. Oh, boy.
Not every crack in Ramsay's composure comes from something emotional. Sometimes it's just a dish. Season 6, after a bad service, morale was already low. Ramsay had already warned Amanda to get it together. Both teams were pushing hard. Appetizers were close, entrees went to the red team, and it all came down to dessert.
I'm counting on you, and I am concerned. Bounce back.
I will, Chef.
Quickly.
I will.
Please.
Yes, Chef.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good night.
Dave stepped up for the blue team with an egg white crepe, fruit compote, yogurt cream technically within the limit, technically a complete dessert.
Okay, gentlemen, I can't wait.
Yes, yogurt cream. Yogurt cream is a cream.
Fantastic dessert. I hope it's substantial. Here we go. And oh, come on.
When Chef Ramsay laughed, it definitely, stung.
Ramsay leaned in, and then he laughed before he even finished looking at it. He called it hospital food. He said it tasted awful. He compared it to something you'd serve someone who had just come out of surgery and couldn't handle real food. Dave stood there taking it.
What is that?
Chef, we have an egg white crepe filled with a fruit compote, and then we have a blackberry and vanilla yogurt cream.
It tastes foul. That's the kind of crap you serve when you've just come out of a heart bypass or an ulcer operation. That's a joke. Back in line, Dave.
The criticism wasn't the surprising part. The laugh was. Because Ramsay doesn't usually
Yeah, that's... Normally he would shout.
find things funny in a challenge setting, he finds them unacceptable. But something about that crepe sitting on the plate, technically correct and completely lifeless, got to him in a way that bypassed the anger entirely. What happened in Season 2 was different. This one wasn't funny at all. Episode 2. Dinner service was running, and Heather burned her hand badly on the line. She tried to push through it.
Okay, so now in all seriousness, he was probably now very kind and unexpectedly kind.
You could tell she didn't want to stop, not in the middle of service, not in front of everyone. But the injury was serious enough that it wasn't just going to be walked off.
You okay?
No, calm down. No, she got burnt. She got burnt.
The moment Ramsay saw what happened, the entire dynamic shifted. No shouting, no pressure to continue. He stopped, checked her hand himself, and called for medical attention on the spot. Service paused, the competition paused, none of that mattered. It's one of those moments the show doesn't talk about enough, because it's a side of Ramsay that doesn't fit the usual narrative. The cameras kept rolling, and what they caught wasn't the fiery head chef. It was someone who actually cared whether the person in front of him was okay.
Calm down, calm down. Jean-Philippe! Jean-Philippe! Get me some ice, please.
Well, there was a bit of shouting. Jean-Philippe.
Big deep breath. Heather,
Yes, Chef.
nurse is outside. Bowl of ice, darling. Take it with you.
Thank
There
you,
go.
Chef.
Take you to the doctor. Okay.
That one was serious. This next one is not. Season 5, Episode 5. The red team won the reward challenge and were taken out for a sumo wrestling experience. They were already in a good mood, laughing, finally getting a break from the pressure. And then Ramsay showed up, not in his chef whites, in a full sumo suit.
You are going to learn a martial art. I'm going to bring out our first
Ah,
Rikishi. He is an expert.
I bet I couldn't hold it together. Not nearly. Not at all.
Who had spent the previous service telling people their food was an embarrassment was now waddling around in a padded costume and stepping into a sumo ring. The chefs lost it, and honestly, so did he. There is no version of this that doesn't look ridiculous, and Ramsay knew it and did it anyway. Which, credit where it's due, is actually kind of hard to do when your whole image is built on being the most intimidating person in the room.
He was just tossing him around like it was yesterday's salad.
It didn't seem fair, big old Chef Ramsay against little old Jean-Philippe. Chef Ramsay kicked it.
I want to fight against him now in those sumo suits and lose probably, but I would want to fight.
Stay with me, because this one gets chaotic fast. Coming into this episode, the dorms had already turned into a war zone. Elise was in arguments with nearly everyone. Krupa had told her to f*** it. The red team was held together by nothing. Tensions were high before service even started.
This is and Krupa had the nerve to say anything.
You know what? I got one thing to say to that.
Then, the challenge hit. Live chickens, an open yard, and a group of trained chefs being told to go catch them. What followed was exactly what you'd imagine grown adults diving, slipping, screaming at birds who wanted nothing to do with any of this. And Ramsey, who had been carrying the full weight of a brutal season up to that point, just started laughing. Not politely, actually laughing.
Well, I understand why it must look ridiculous. All those chefs, all those people that want to take seriously, and now they're literally chasing gooses.
The shouting stopped. The intensity that follows him everywhere just disappeared for a minute. It's hard to maintain the scariest chef alive persona when someone is face down in a yard chasing a chicken and losing.
Well done. Ladies, 9 ingredients. Blue team, 11 ingredients. Good job. Everybody happy?
Yes, chef.
And then there's this one, which is just absurd, in the best way. Season 17, Episode 3. Tensions had been running high after another mess in the dorms. Arguments across the red team, egos everywhere.
I'm more motivated than ever. I'm the bounce back queen. I'm glad.
But that is what they all always say. So, a real argument, please.
But we're a team. You had a good dinner service. Way to bounce back after challenges.
The chefs walked into the challenge room expecting another intense culinary test. Instead, Ramsey introduced a cup stacking champion and told them they were competing against her. Plastic cups. He sold it like it was serious. Speed, precision, hand-eye coordination. He was completely straight-faced. The chefs looked at each other like they weren't sure if this was a test or a joke. Michelle and Jared stepped up.
Oh. Yeah, literally. This thing is done in no time.
Okay, now, not to be racist, but of course he's Asian.
One chef from the blue team and one chef from the red team to stack. Who's got fast hands? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
I think I can do it. If an 11-year-old kid can do this, I definitely can do this.
Oh, come the fuck on. You would fail. I know it's not a real challenge, but you would.
Began fumbling.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Hands not cooperating. Ramsey cracked. The kitchen wasn't tense. People were smiling. And Ramsey was right there with them, genuinely entertained by watching a line chef get absolutely dismantled by a stacking drill.
Come on, Jared. Let's go.
Come on, Gerard.
That was terrible.
Oh, boy.
The whole thing turned out to be a warm-up before a full seafood tower relay. But the cup stacking moment before it got there, that's the one that sticks. Because for just a minute, the most intense head chef on television was just a guy watching someone lose a game with plastic cups and enjoying every second of it.
You'll be building a tower of a different kind. Something more up to your speed. This incredible seafood tower is made up of 4 tiers.
That's what makes these moments different. Hell's Kitchen is built on heat, literally and otherwise. But the show has spent 20-something seasons trying to convince you that Gordon Ramsay is one.
20-something
If there's a moment from
seasons.
this list you want a deeper breakdown on, drop it in
Oh,
the
that's
comments.
all right.
If you're not subscribed yet, now's a good time to get Hell's Kitchen content coming.
Okay. I have time for one last video. Which are we? Yeah, okay.
Next up, the Battle of the Lobster. Let's go.
Come on, Jackie.
Come on, Joe.
Come on, Joe.
Let's go.
I need copy.
Joe, how many ingredients?
So,
3, chef.
look.
Describe the dish, Joe.
Okay. Hi YouTube, and today we're going to react to the best of Gordon Ramsay's in Hell's Kitchen Part 2. Because YouTube kinda gave it to me when I watched another thing on stream. Yeah. Yay.
It's a warm lobster salad with corn and couscous.
It looks like the size of a prawn. Where's the fucking lobster? I can't see the tail, I can't see the claw, I can't see the knuckles.
I don't know how.
I tasted a piece.
Unbelievable. So you tasted the piece, the claw, the knuckle.
I did, chef.
Did you taste
He ate it. He fucking ate it. Why?
I believe so, chef.
Joe, it's a cooking challenge, not a fucking eating challenge.
Oh man, he ate it. That was pretty bad.
I feel sort of ripped off. However, lobster's cooked beautifully, nice flavor. Jackie, how many ingredients?
3.
Describe the dish.
Today I have for you a butter poached lobster tail with a roasted romesco and a roasted corn sauce.
I'm getting hungry, but I bet it looks better than it is. And it does not really look that good, so.
Wow, lobster's cooked beautifully.
But it seems to taste good. I don't know which moment in the competition this is.
Jackie, great job. Point to the red team.
Thank you, chef.
Yes, Jackie! Yes, baby!
Yes! Yes! Nailed it! Nailed it!
Awesome job. Thank you.
Young man, next time, have a bigger breakfast, will you, first?
Yes, chef.
Who's cooked the diapers?
No diapers, sir. That's smoked chicken enchiladas with poblano cream sauce. My name is Colleen.
Kareem.
Colleen.
Kareem.
Colleen.
What do you do for a living?
Just accept the name Gordon gives you, even if you pronounce it wrong.
I am a culinary instructor. I own a recreational cooking school.
And were you a trained chef before you set up the school?
No, I am not a trained chef.
So you're not a trained chef, yet you teach.
I have the feeling that's one of the most iconic Gordon Ramsay, like.
I own a recreational cooking school.
And were you a trained chef before you set up the school?
No, I am not a trained chef.
If he looks at you like that, then you kind of fucked up.
So you're not a trained chef, yet you teach chefs to
That's
cook.
correct.
How much do you charge?
$300 per 3 to 4 hours.
Right. What the size of it?
I feed big Nebraska boys. Would you like me to get you a bite?
No, I'll bite it myself. Ah.
Okay.
You seriously charge $300 to teach people how to make
$300
that crap?
with inflation. That's like
I need some plastic wrap on my ass.
$400 maybe.
It's extremely difficult to stand there and to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, but you have to, because if you don't, you can't open your mouth anymore for 9 months because you will be too scared to say anything.
I teach manners too, chef.
Say that again? Okay, please. Miss Manners, fuck off back in line.
But why would you say that? Such a stupid. Yeah, I know I'm a bad chef, but I also teach manners, so better behave.
Order, 6 cover table 20. Entree, 2 Wellington, 2 chicken, 1 lamb, 1 dory. Wellington medium, yes? Yes, chef. Right, Andrea, what's going? No answer. I'm not in the best of moods, huh? I don't like being ignored in my own fucking kitchen.
Yes, chef.
What's going?
I have no idea, chef.
Oh my God almighty.
On garnish, you gotta be
That the donkey needs to learn to listen.
30 seconds before everybody else. If she's not checking the tickets for us, we're screwed.
Come here, you. Yeah. Story of your fucking life, yeah? You have no idea.
Yes, chef.
Hey, she's running the section, yet she has no idea what's going. Tell her, chef.
2 Wellingtons, 1 medium rare, a lamb medium. Or lamb medium, I'm sorry, a lamb medium rare, 2 lamb medium rare.
Oh my God.
Nobody has any idea in that damn kitchen.
2 chicken, 2 chicken. 2 Wellington, 2 chicken and lamb.
2 Wellington, 2 chicken, 1 lamb, 1 fucking dory.
Yes.
1 Wellington's medium, the rest is fucking normal.
Yes, chef.
Unlike us. What's going, madam?
I have no idea, chef.
You have no idea.
I have no idea,
Hey, come
chef.
here, you. Hey. Fuck off.
Please don't be so stupid. Pay attention. You dumb. Dumb.
Hey, madam. Through the door there. Fuck off.
Completely or what? Like, I haven't watched the season. But okay.
Get that fucking camera out of my face.
Andrea.
Jean-Philippe approaching missile set.
What's going? Oh, dear.
Just relax. The only thing he wants from you is to come back. You need to fight back. If you don't, you're finished.
This is the hardest, most difficult, most up and down thing I've ever done in my entire life. It's just been out of fucking control all night. There's no communication with anybody, and I just haven't recovered.
Do you want to stay?
Yes, I want to fucking stay. I've been through too much hell right now to fucking leave.
Absolutely. So give it to Gordon.
It's just a reminder of how difficult it
Hell was that other franchise. You would win off. Nee, fuck. I'm sorry. I am the fool. Hell is right. I sometimes swap Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmares. I'm sorry, please.
how much I just want this so bad.
So now you need to be strong. Go back in there and give it your best shot. Go on then.
I put everything I have into this every day, and I just had to go in there and fight for the rest of it.
Right, what's going?
2 chicken, 2 lamb, 1 Wellington, 1 dory.
Thank you. Back in the kitchen.
It's undercooked.
Oh my god.
Risotto undercooked, chef.
Sorry?
Undercooked.
Oh my God almighty. Ah. Ah. Oh, fuck off. Oh, come here, you. What are you doing? Just what the fuck are you doing? Every table so far, nothing's coming out. You're standing there, you're screwing me, and you're fucking useless. What are you doing? Sorry.
Yeah. What gun is it?
Yeah, do me a favour. Take that off and fuck off out of here. Get out!
Like forever or just for now?
Get out! Hey you! Leave the jacket and get out! Get out!
I think it means forever.
Give me the jacket. Give me the fucking jacket.
Oh.
Fucking useless.
Boah. I have seen some Gordon Ramsay show and I've never seen it this angry before.
Sack of shit. Get out! Get out!
What did he do?
I would have given my right arm to stay in the service and keep fighting because I came here with a dream to win.
So not forever.
And it appears it's over. It appears that Green Valley Ranch is not in my future. Dream's over, guys.
Doch, forever. Okay, forever. Bye.
Where's the Wellington, please?
Chef, I'm refiring a Wellington. The bottom's burning.
Where's the medium well Wellington?
Why are you firing it if it's already burning? Does refire something mean something different than I know?
I'm putting protective
Shut
paper.
up, you, yeah? Shut up. What is this?
They burn. I'm not quite sure
Watch,
why.
look. Hey, come here. Oi. There you go. There. Oh, dear.
That confirms it. Gordon Ramsay and the Butcher are both British. I know, what a shock for everyone.
Fucking pile of shit.
I'm screwed. I'm fucking screwed.
Anything else? Where else have you
No,
hit?
chef. That's it, chef.
By the way, if there would ever be other boys recast, I know nobody cares for that completely different thing, but if it would be, I want to see Gordon Ramsay as the Butcher.
What are you doing?
Trying to get it together, chef.
I don't understand it.
It's time for classic spaghetti and meatballs from Sade on the red team.
That is so underseasoned.
And Frank on the blue.
I want to say it's because she's probably British, but also Gordon Ramsay stands there and he's British. So probably not because of that.
Point clearly goes to the blue team. Good job.
Thank you, chef. Seasoned beef. Thank you. Love the sauce. Thank you. Love that sauce.
It's a little different from my mother's, but it's good. Thank you very
Love
much.
that sauce.
Mommy,
We go, guys.
thank you so much. I thought of you.
Ro and Fernando, let's go.
It's the final round, and with the red team trailing by 1, Ro must get the point over Fernando to keep the women in the game.
So, Ro, what's it called?
A tart?
A tart.
Wasn't it clear? Ah, everyone had something
She doesn't
else.
know what she made. This is definitely great.
You have no idea what you made?
No, chef.
No. Wow. Wow. It's an empanada. Fernando, what's inside?
Chef is a mix of ground
Now imagine she still got it better than him. Imagine that.
sirloin and chuck, cumin, paprika, onions.
Cooked beautifully. Light,
Fernando, dude, you're Puerto Rican. Pull out our first W.
Bro, what's inside here?
Puff pastry chef with ground beef, green olives.
Come on, Ro. We need this point. For her sake, it better be good.
I have absolutely no worries or doubts about Ro. Her dish looks awesome.
But she didn't even know what she made. Her dish can look awesome, but you need to know what you're doing. Literally.
Got this for sure.
Seasoned beautifully, Ro. Pastry's cooked beautifully. But there's nothing in there. Huh? All that pastry, there's nothing in there. Very tough. The point goes to the blue team. Well done.
Filet one ribeye.
Chef, we got one fillet left.
Telling me now we're out of filet.
Yes, chef.
Prep the fucking meat. Do something. Prep it.
Chef Ramsay said, "Hey Seth, bugger off and cut filet." Usually,
That is an impression, but a bad one, to be honest. I could do it better. Oh, I can't, to be honest.
I buy them already cut. Real quick, Charlie. Okay.
But I never heard bugger off from Gordon. Only fuck off, so I would have said that.
Get all that shit off, okay?
You've never cleaned a tenderloin? Where have you worked? In your parents' house?
You happy, Giovanni? Yeah? You happy? Yeah? Hey,
Oh,
Robert,
chef.
Happy? Happy?
Not happy at all,
Fucking
chef.
pathetic. Nothing is going out. What are you actually doing, Seth?
I'm playing the.
By the way, tenderloin is a name for that. It is a weird name for meat, in my opinion. I know there are weirder ones, but still pretty weird.
Why is it not coming out? Let's go, come on. How long, Giovanni?
I got 2 minutes, chef.
I'm waiting on you, Charlie, come on.
I gotta recook another one. He ain't gonna let that one fly that's 30 seconds old.
Bingo. Hey, all of you, here, quickly. There's the fillet, yes? Look at the fucking waste. That's what he took off, and there's the fillet. Look at the fillet!
He molested that poor thing. People have gone to jail for worse. Looks like he went with it with a jackhammer.
We fucking...
Isn't the figure of speech that people went for in jail for less and not for worse? Because yes, I think so.
Wasting the most expensive part! Look at it! What are you gonna do, get Daddy to buy you a new one? How can you do that?
I never butchered a fillet before, so.
Congratulations, you just have.
Thank you. Yes.
Hey, smart ass. Not in the right way, you fucking bozo.
Yes, chef. I don't think I did that bad butchering that fillet, but now I know for next time.
Yeah, check. And that was everything for today. Goodbye.